Aries, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs to your Astrology Tarot reading for the week ahead. I'm going to be reading the chart for you while I pull your tarot message for the week ahead. Now, when I'm reading the chart and I'm talking about houses, I am talking about Aries Ascendant signs. First of all, we've got Four of Wands in the reverse position, causing just a little bit of instability for the week ahead for you, Aries. Now we have got a lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse on it's the 17th of September, so falls in this week. On the chart that I'm reading in the Southern Hemisphere, it is showing 2:30 a.m. on the 18th. That will actually, the eclipse will be occurring. The eclipse will be in the sign of Pisces, and it's sitting in close conjunction to the planet Neptune. So here it wants to dissolve anything for you that has come to fruition, maybe perhaps that you've grown out of, things that you perhaps no longer interested in. You've come to the peak of that part of your life, and it wants to dissolve those things for you, being in conjunction to the planet Neptune. Neptune also wants you to go with the flow a little bit here with the universe. It also is in, let me just pull these cards for you. We have the Magician in the upright, it's also in the reverse position, which shows there could be a little level of manipulation in your week ahead. And just be aware of the situation and the people around you. But it could also be that you're trying to manipulate the situation a little bit to go your way, in your direction. Perhaps you're forcing against the universe here. You're trying to manipulate things to move in the direction that you think you want to go, but maybe the universe has other plans for you, Aries. Here we have a Two of Swords in the upright position. Now here it's asking you to make a decision. Perhaps you could even be struggling to make a decision how to move forward. Now with this eclipse energy that's coming in, it's a full moon energy here, so it's coming to the fruition of the energy of the moon is coming to its fruition. It's ready for you to make the decision, do I pursue this further? Do I go further in what I'm doing, or do I look towards the next new moon cycle when I'm looking at changing things? So here we have a decision to make. Are we moving forward full steam ahead with whatever it is that you're doing at the moment, or are you working out whether you should change what you're doing? Now we do have the the King of Cups, and he is sitting in the upright position, and he's talking about having a little bit of compassion. So a bit of compassion here for the people around you. He's also a good speaker. He's a good negotiator. He's not a speaker, he's the cups. I was thinking it's sort of new deck of cards here, so I'm getting used to the images as they pop out without reading the words there. It is actually the King of Cups. Therefore, we're talking about relationships, we're talking about emotions here, we're talking about our interaction with other people. Now, because we're talking about a lunar eclipse, we're also talking emotions. Now, here the emotions could be, things around you could be enhanced, and that's happening because you are currently, let me have a look. The moon is in Pisces, and that is squaring Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter wants to expand the situation. It's also a planet of luck, growth and expansion, but it likes to expand whatever situation's going on here. So it may be expanding these energies of the lunar eclipse that's going on in Pisces. Now sitting next to the Neptune, planet Neptune is sitting in conjunction with the moon over this eclipse, over this current week. Now you'll feel this energy of this eclipse coming into this a few days before, a few days after, up to 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after. So I'm definitely feeling over this current week, this is the energies are centered around this lunar eclipse. Doesn't feel to be strong energies, it doesn't feel to be anything to worry about here, but it is showing just as a general normal moon cycle where we come into the opposition of the sun and the moon. We're looking at, highlighting what it is that we need to do to move forward, and we're looking at what we need to dissolve and is no longer working for us. These things, as I said, could be enhanced because given that we have the Jupiter in the squaring position. Now taking a look at your chart, Aries, to see what's going on there. Of course, we still have Chiron, as we will have for a little while yet. We still have the North Node sitting in Aries as well. Sitting across from you in Libra, we have got, sitting across there, we've got Venus. Venus is sitting over there in Libra, which is across in your opposition. That is in your 7th house. That's where your relationships are. So here we've got quite a strong relationship week ahead for you. Energies around the relationships and the people around you. Gemini, the Venus that's sitting over there in your relationship house, it wants to get a little bit more balance, a little bit more harmony going on. Could bring love. Planet Venus is the planet of love, but it's also the planet of wanting to balance and having harmony, wanting to have beauty, culture, art, all of that kind of thing, the senses and pleasure and all that, all of those things sit in with a Venus, and Venus is sitting over there in your relationship house. So there is a little bit going on for you, Aries, this week. So the King of Cups, we're talking here about relationships, and we're talking about having compassion for other people, understanding and get a little bit more balance within relationships, a bit more understanding, a bit more compassion's needed here. Don't try to manipulate situations or force hand here. Allow the universe just to flow and allow things to happen as they will naturally, because we have this energy playing out in Pisces, which is all about flow and going with the universe here, wanting to dissolve things that no longer work for us. But we have decisions to make over this full moon that's sitting in with the opposition of the sun and the moon. So it's trying to highlight for us what it is that we are needing to look at, needing to release perhaps, or things that have come into fruition around our lives that maybe we need to consider where we're moving and where we're going from here. So overall, I think you have beautiful cards on the table for you for the week ahead, Aries. So nothing here that's too big to worry about. We do have the Four of Wands in reverse that can cause a little bit of instability perhaps around relationships or emotions. Thank you for joining me, Aries. I will see you again next week. For joining me, Taurus. Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I will be looking at the chart, the astrology chart, to see what the planets are doing at the moment and how they will affect you or may affect you in the week ahead, Taurus. I'm also pulling tarot cards for you so we can get a little message for you as well. Now, when I talk about houses, I'm talking about the Ascendant, Taurus. First of all, we have got the Page of Cups in the reverse position, and the page here is a little bit immature. Perhaps he is emotionally immature, needs to develop a little bit more when it comes to emotions. Speaking of emotions, we have the moon doing something special this week. It is forming a partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. That's occurring on the 18th of September. However, it's for 17th of September on the northern hemisphere. It's occurring actually on the chart that I'm reading is in the southern hemisphere. I'm reading the southern hemisphere chart, and that is saying at 2:30 a.m. in the morning on the 18th is when we're going to actually have that eclipse happening. So it is sitting in the sign of Pisces, is where the moon is sitting at the moment, and it is sitting in close conjunction to Neptune. Neptune wants to dissolve things. It wants to see what it is that you're finished with in your life, help you to move through situations, but it also wants to give you a little bit of faith here. It wants to help you strengthen your faith and connection to the universe and help and guide you to go with the flow a little bit more here, Taurus. Not be so stubborn, not be so grounded with your feet in. It's about being flexible and able to move a little bit here. Now it is because it's a lunar eclipse, it is getting to a point where things may be coming to fruition, and it's asking you to look at what you maybe need to dissolve or where you go from here. Now you have got the Eight of Cups in the upright position, so the energy might feel a little bit swift or fast for you, Taurus. Maybe a little bit more a little bit quicker than what you're used to. Energies or things could pick up a little bit around you. Perhaps things that have been delayed in the past may be moving a little bit quicker. Now it is squaring this lunar eclipse will be squaring Jupiter in Gemini. So Jupiter in Gemini for you, Taurus, that will be your second house. So that is all about how you make your money, your resources, how you support yourself here. Also your confidence level here. Things may be coming in around your confidence and your skills over this time, but Jupiter wants to expand things. It wants to highlight them for us. It wants to make the situation bigger so it can be brought to our attention, or brought to your attention here, Taurus. Now we have got the Temperance, and Temperance is in the upright position, and this is all about balance. So we're bringing balance into the energy here. We've got the Chariot. It is in the upright position, and here we're talking about movement. So as I was saying to you, Taurus, it's got to be more about flexibility and able to move with whatever whatever situation's going on. So not digging your heels in over this current week. It's about allowing yourself a little bit of flexibility and a little bit of the ability to move in situations where move quick too, because we have the Eight of Wands card there, the Swift card. So it's about being able to move and quite quickly in a situation without causing any stress or drama around yourself. Now we have the Magician card, and this is in the upright position, so it's saying that it's a good opportunity for manifestation coming for you. I'll just put this over here in case you can't see this one. So it's an opportunity for manifestation and growth coming over this current week. Now taking a look at your chart over here, Taurus, to see what's going on for you, we've got Uranus still in Taurus. It will be there for a while. Uranus, of course, if it's your first house, Taurus, it wants you to be more open to be yourself. It's about not allowing others to influence you here, not being afraid of being who you really are, and not being afraid to show the world who you really are. It's also about Uranus wants to come in and make you not feel so trapped in your life. So if there's a situation in your life where you feel like you're trapped in maybe the 9 to 5, or you're trapped in the situation that you're in because you feel like you just have to do that. So Uranus wants to come in and kind of blow things up a little bit, or shake you up a little bit, make you open your mind a little bit. Really, that's what Uranus does. It opens your mind here. It makes you think outside of the box for other ways you can be doing things where you don't have to feel quite so trapped in your life. So having a look, one last look at what's going on at the table for you. Now just taking a look over here, what's going on with the moon. Now the moon is in Pisces for you, Taurus, so that's going to be in your 11th house. So this could be things such as new projects around for you. You could be dissolving old projects that are not working, community groups that you've been a part of for a long time. You're either trusting the universe to take you into new community groups, or just going with the flow here if you're feeling like it's not your thing anymore. So thank you so much for joining me, Taurus. Nothing to worry about with the lunar eclipse. The energies are quite mild, but things may be enhanced here with this squaring position of the Jupiter, only to show you what it is that you need to address, or that you need to move through, or what is best for you in this situation. Thank you for joining me, Taurus. I will see you again next week. Joining me, Gemini, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Now I'm going to be reading the chart for you to show you what's in the sky over this current week and what could be affecting you, Gemini. I'm also going to be pulling the tarot to see what your personal message is for the week ahead. Now when I talk about houses, I'm talking about Ascendant Gemini. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at your cards that we've already pulled. We have got the Emperor. He's in the upright position and he's sitting in his full power this week. He's talking about authority and taking charge of the situation, taking charge of your life here, Gemini. We've also got the Queen of Pentacles. She's also in the upright position, again sitting in her strength, sitting in her power, and she is quite sensible, particularly around money, making decisions when it comes to the physical body or the physical plane, so your work, your possessions, your finances. So she's quite sensible in matters around that. Now it doesn't mean that you are, but it's saying that she's sitting on the table because she wants to help you become more sensible in these matters. So taking a look at what's going on, we have a partial lunar eclipse this week, over this current week. So you're going to be feeling the energies this week of that partial lunar eclipse. Now we have the eclipse will be in Pisces, where the moon is currently sitting, is sitting in conjunction to Neptune at the moment. Neptune wants you to dissolve anything that's no longer working for you. It also wants to help you go with the flow a little bit, trust in the universe here. Now we have got the Hierophant in the reverse position. Now the Hierophant in the reverse position is kind of like Uranus energy. It's that rebellion energy, kind of Aquarius energy, talking about revolution and rebellion here. Not going with the status quo, not conforming. Conforming is a really big word here for the Hierophant in reverse. So not conforming to the mainstream narrative, not conforming to the way things have always been done. You're shaking things up a little bit here. The Ten of Cups in the upright position is bringing beautiful happiness and completion kind of energy for the week ahead for you, Gemini. So taking a look here with the moon is squaring you actually. It's for you, Gemini. We have got the moon in in your 10th house. This is your 10th house of career. So some of these things may be taking place in your career if you're a Gemini ascendant. So your work, your job. Again, how I talked about the sensible decisions that's got to be made by the Queen here. We're making decisions around your work, around how your public face, your image, even perhaps to a level of how you make your money. It's your material possessions here. You've got some things to think really carefully about over this time. Now, the moon being emotions, it's also about having a bit of an emotional impact here. And the Jupiter sitting in your first house, Gemini, there wants to expand because it's squaring this energy. So what it is doing is causing a little bit of a tension here, but a tension that's going to allow you to see the situation a little bit better, or need to address this situation a little bit better. So just seeing if there's anything else going on for you. Nothing in opposition for you. And of course, we've got the sun sitting over in Virgo. We're still in Virgo season for the final moments of that. So we've still got that energy sitting in squaring to you as well. The sun is squaring you as well. So that's also another big player, a big energy here. And this brings into balance your harmony, your vitality, and how you feel good, how you feel like you're doing something in the world that's your purpose and rewarding and fulfilling to you. So these are the kind of things that's playing out in the planets around you, Gemini. So we've got that big Jupiter planet of luck, growth and expansion sitting in your first house. So it's opportunities coming forward for you. Could be for windfalls, it could be for luck, it could be opportunities that you need to take advantage of. But this energy is squaring the current lunar eclipse that's going on this week. Now, Jupiter is going to be in your first house for a while, so that energy is going to be there. But over this current week, we've got a little bit of energy playing out here with the lunar eclipse, and that is a squaring energy. Now, it could be meaning that certain things have come to fruition because we've got this opposition of the sun and the moon here. So it could be showing that things have come to fruition, and it wants to highlight for you the things that you need to dissolve in your life that no longer work for you. Now, with the given that the cards, but sensible decisions to make around your public role, your 10th house, if you're a Gemini ascendant, because this is all taking place in your 10th house. Now, we've got the happiness cards. We've got a lot of really happy, stable energy, things that you've built in your path, the energy around family and around emotions and around relationships that you've built, and then there's nothing going on in your opposition house, which is Sagittarius. So there's nothing playing out in your relationships house at the moment, so nothing to fear there. Don't be worried about that. We've got that energy of happiness around family, but it is saying that particularly around your public face or your job positions, or where you need to stand up for yourself and take authority for your own actions, coming out to play here for you, Gemini. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again next week. Welcome, Cancer, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Now I'm going to be checking the chart for you to let you know where the planets are at the moment and how they may be affecting you in the current week ahead. Also going to be pulling tarot cards for you to give you personal messages for the week ahead. Now, first of all, we've got a connection card with the Two of Cups. So here we're looking at your connection to other people. We've got the moon in the upright position. Now, the moon is important in this week's reading because we have a lunar eclipse. Partial lunar eclipse. This is playing out in Pisces. So Pisces for you, Gemini, is your 9th house. This is all about your higher learning. It's also about your philosophical ideas, your interests in things that are non-mainstream or non-conventional. Could also be, it could be things around religion. It could be things around dogma or philosophical pursuits, astrology, interest in tarot, all of those kind of things, metaphysical things. It can be anything in that area. You want to broaden your skills and your horizons here. Now, this is where it's all playing out. So lunar eclipse that's happening here is we have the moon and the sun sitting in opposition. So that's the full moon. So it's bringing a kind of to a point of fruition. The energies here of as on the moon cycle is coming to a point of fruition. And here we're from in the next phase of the moon, we're looking at where do we go from here, and it's looking at, you know, what do we need to let go of and dissolve, because we're sitting in conjunction to Neptune. Neptune is a great dissolver, so it wants to dissolve the situation things that are no longer working for you. But Neptune is also the planet of going with the flow and trusting the universe, having a little bit more faith in the universe here. So it's sitting in conjunction there. Now it is also squaring the planet Jupiter, planet of luck, growth and expansion. So it could be really expanding situations for you, expanding situations so that you can see them a little bit more for what they really are. Eight of Pentacles in the upright position is indicating a little bit of hard work is required over this time. Now, just taking a look at what's going on with you, Cancer. Cancer, we have got Mars in your home, in your first house there. So when I talk about houses, Cancer, I'm talking about ascendant Cancers. So we've got Mars currently sitting in your first house. That could be sparking a little bit of passion, a little bit of motivation, a bit of energy or a drive around you. Now this could be playing out around an urge to work hard here, because we've got that Eight of Pentacles kind of energy. Now because we've got the squaring the moon, which is really important here today, will be Gemini. So Cancer, that's your 12th house. Again, it's all about dissolving and going with the flow a little bit here. Now taking a look at what's going on in your chart here, because we've got most of the cards on the table for you. So for you, Cancer, we've got, as I said, we've got that drive and motivation energy sitting in your first house. Nothing sitting in your opposition, which is your 7th house. Now taking a look over to Libra. Libra, we've got beautiful Venus wanting to and this will be squaring your energy, so it's bringing in energy around balance and harmony within relationships, and that's what I'm seeing here a little bit here with the connection and the Two of Cups. So we're addressing things around the connection that we have with others, and is it a good and fair and balanced connection, a beautiful connection. So we've got that energy playing out there in squaring you. So this is for you, as particularly if you're a ascendant. I'm telling you the houses that it's in. So for you, Cancer, the Virgo for you will be your 11th house, and that talks about community endeavors or projects. But for any, whether it's moon or sun, Cancer, we are talking about the whole energy here anyway, so it's still going to affect your moon or your sun as well, and that will be like your sun will be the energy of how you feel fulfilled in this world, and your energy of your moon is going to be your emotional connections here, and I feel that's what's really strong most this week, particularly because of this moon in Pisces energy, this lunar eclipse. So this is really what we're focusing more so on, the connections and the emotional balance here, rather than the sun bringing its vitality and its fullness and its fulfilling energy. So it's more about the emotional connections here that's going on, but it's hard work, that we're really working hard to achieve something, or we're working hard to or going to require a little bit of hard work over this current week. Taking a look down at in also squaring you will be Aries, Aries, and we still have the Chiron sitting over there. So we're still doing a little bit of work on our past, or perhaps teaching others, or using skills or things we've been through in the past to help us through current situations. So one more final card for you, Cancer, as we talk about this partial lunar eclipse in this current week, the energies that will be felt right through the current week. Now it is nothing to worry about, it's not major harsh energies that I'm feeling here, but I am feeling for you, it could be a time where you may need to you may feel a little bit restless. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse position, so you could be feeling a bit restless with some kind of situations that's going on around you. Emotionally, you may feel just not quite certain, sure-footed or content in your current situations. So it's about really maybe restless in relationships or people around you. Maybe certain people's energy is making you feel just a little bit hyper, or because don't forget, we do have that energy of that we do have the Mars energy sitting in your first house. We've got that ambitious energy, drive energy, working hard, effort kind of energy in there anyway, but we've got a little bit of restlessness going on with the moon and the emotional connections here. But overall, it is beautiful energy. It's nothing here to worry about too much, but it is really asking you to focus on your connections to other people, and just take a look at the energy around you and who makes you feel restless, what people, what what connections, what relationships make you feel restless in your current life, in your current situation. But I will see you again, Cancer, next week. Enjoy your week ahead. Leo, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be looking at the chart for you to let you know what's going on with the planets and how they may affect you this week. I'm also going to be pulling tarot cards for you for the week ahead for a personal message. Now, when I talk about houses, I'm talking about Leo ascendants. But this reading in general is for Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Okay, first of all, Leo, no cards are coming through for you this week. They're not coming through easily for you. So let's go over and take a look at what's going on in your house, Leo. For you, I see a card that's already fallen, and we have got nothing playing out in your first house, Leo. So we've got the Six of Pentacles, and here we're talking about energy, about being generous, because that's what you represent, Leo. So it's about really feeling fulfilled in your life by your generosity, or feeling like people recognize you for what a generous, great person that you really are. Now we've got the Eight of Wands card, and it's talking about the situations or the energy this week may feel a little bit fast. It may feel like things are happening quite fast paced around you over this current week. Now what we do have in the week ahead that you'll be feeling the energies of is the partial lunar eclipse that's taking place in the sign of Pisces. Now Pisces for you, Leo, is your 8th house. 8th house for you is where all the deep dark secrets lie. It's about your willpower, your strength of character, your being able to stand up for yourself, being able to with relationships, what's mine, what's yours within relationships. It's also about other people's money and who brings what into a relationship. Now we could be feeling a little bit stuck here with this Six of Swords in the reverse position, not quite moving forward. So Six of Swords is generally in the upright position, is about moving through into calmer waters. Here it's about being a little bit stuck or a little bit resistant to want to move into calmer waters or move through the situation. So you could be hitting a couple of hurdles coming up over this current week. Now taking a look at why that would be for you in the chart, we've got in your opposition, which would be causing a push and pull. Your opposition to you, Leo, is Aquarius, and Aquarius right now is sitting quiet because it normally has Pluto over there, the planet of changes and transformations, but it is retrograded back into Capricorn at the moment. So that's kind of lessened or relieved, given you a bit of relief here, the sense of relief over this current week, while it's sitting over there in Capricorn. Now also we have got Taurus with Uranus energy squaring you. So Taurus has Uranus, which wants to help you feel not trapped. Now this is where this energy of feeling stuck, Six of Swords in the reverse position, is coming to play, because Uranus wants to help you feel not so trapped. It is squaring you currently at the moment as it sits in Taurus. So therefore you could be feeling like having a bit of issues trying to move out of situations where you feel stuck, or situations where you feel a little bit trapped. But across from that, we have nothing going on over there in Scorpio. So in your squaring and opposition positions, there's kind of relief going on at the moment, but we do have this lunar eclipse energy that's playing out. Now we have Jupiter will be squaring the lunar eclipse over this current week. Jupiter squaring, we'll see what the cards say here, is asking you to be money wise here with the way you spend, and asking you just to be a little bit wiser with your money. Now Jupiter is a planet of luck, growth and expansion, so it could give you a feeling of wanting to spend big here, wanting you to go out and spend or go on a shopping spree or here, but it's just saying you need to be a little bit money wise in this current situation. Avoid the feeling of needing to overindulge here or feel like you need to overspend here in this situation. But Jupiter in the squaring position, squaring the lunar eclipse, could be making it feel like it's bringing situations to your attention. Some of the things that I've already mentioned in this reading for you to work through. Now, because it's sitting in conjunction to Neptune, the planet Neptune, the lunar eclipse, that's asking you to look at what you need to dissolve, He wants to help you move through these difficult situations, or these situations where you don't quite feel are moving as good and easy as you. I feel really stuck with this energy. So it's not moving as flowing as what you want it to move, but it's quite quick energy that's coming in. So I feel the energy that's coming in, especially with this lunar eclipse, could be coming in to help budge you and help move you through your current situations. But be money wise here is what's most important on the table for you, and be generous. But be generous, you want to shine and be seen to be generous, but don't overspend at the same time. So there's a little bit of a conflicting message, but you can be generous without overspending is what they're saying to you for the week ahead, Leo. Thank you for joining me. I will see you again next week. Joining me, Virgo, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Now we are still in Virgo season, so which means we have the beautiful sun energy still sitting in your first house. Virgo, what I'm doing is reading the chart for you as I'm pulling cards. So I will let you know where the planets are at the moment and how they may be affecting you in the week ahead. And the tarot will bring in a beautiful personal message for you. Now, if I'm talking houses here, Virgo, I'm talking houses of Virgo ascendant. Let's see. Just wanted to grab that card for you, Virgo, that fell on the floor. We're talking about the Two of Swords in the reverse position. We're talking about energies here of decisions that need to be made that could be tough or challenging to make. You could be really struggling with these challenges. Now you're needing a little bit more inspiration. You need some inspirational energy around you, Virgo. So let's take a look. Now we've got some very big things playing out in the planets at the moment that will be affecting you, Virgo. We have got the lunar eclipse in Pisces. That is your opposition. So because we've got the sun in your house and we've got the moon sitting opposite, we've got that full moon energy of things coming to fruition, and it's the moon sitting in conjunction to Neptune, the planet of the great dissolver. So it wants to come in and help dissolve situations or difficulties you may be facing. Now I'm feeling, because we've got that opposition energy playing out with this sun and the moon energy, and because it's a big deal, because it's a partial lunar eclipse, this energy feels like it is opposition, like you're seeing on the screen. It's the two swords in opposition to each other. They're crossed, they're in opposition, and across from you is the moon, the lunar eclipse playing out at the moment. So here it could be bringing in beautiful new inspiration for you, but it could also be bringing in energies of the universe, because the planet Neptune is also about going with the flow, trusting the universe. So you could actually be getting in some beautiful, divinely inspired energy coming in around you to help you through the situation where it felt to be a little bit struggled. They felt to be crossing or a little bit of a challenge. You may be moving through that over this current week. Now, in this lunar eclipse, which is also squaring you, because this is playing out in your signs, the mutable signs here, Virgo. So we have got Jupiter sitting in Gemini. Now Jupiter wants to expand and grow the situation. It wants to bring it to your attention and make it bigger so it can be seen. It's also the planet of luck, growth and expansion, and that is sitting in squaring position to you. So it could be saying that situations around you could get bigger, just simply so that you can address it and see it for what it is. But remember, we've got this beautiful Ace of Wands energy on the table, along with the energy of Neptune sitting across from you as well. Neptune sitting in opposition to you, which, by the way, if you're a Virgo ascendant, this is playing out in your 7th house of relationships. So this could be playing out with relationships. Now for Virgo in Gemini, for you, we have got Jupiter in Gemini. For you, that will be your 10th house, Virgo. So this could be also playing out in your areas of work, your public role, how you're seen by others. So these are the areas that it could be playing out for you, particularly if you're the ascendant Virgo. If you're a Virgo sun and moon, then this could be playing out in any area of your life. Now we've got the 8 of Cups in the reverse position. Now here there's a little bit of fear of change. So we've got this indecision coming up with the Two of Swords. So it's saying that there is some kind of decision that needs to be made here, but it's saying that you may be a little bit fearful in moving forward, fearful in putting your trust in the universe to go with the flow here for whatever's coming up around you. It's like you're holding back a little bit. You're not quite trusting the universe, or not quite kind of just going with it here. But please realize that we've got this beautiful inspiration card here on the table. Ace of Wands brings in beautiful inspirational energy. It brings in beautiful energy of divine source, bringing in inspired ideas and inspired projects or energy around you. It is a spiritual card because it's the one, so it talks about the spiritual energy, your spiritual self. So we could also be talking about you getting a little bit of an inspirational boost in the spiritual realm as well. So let's pull one more card for you, Virgo, because I'm talking about the lunar eclipse this week, but these would be the planets that I would be talking about anyway for you, because as I said, they're falling in the mutable signs here, which you are a mutable sign here, Virgo. We've got the Emperor in the upright position, saying you need to sit in your own power this week. You need to trust the universe here. You need to be guided by divine inspiration, but you need to make informed choices and trust your own authority here. Trust your own sovereignty here, and you do what feels best for you. The Emperor sits in his power. He's also all about authority. Could be dictatorship. I heard that, but I'm feeling the energy here is about you sitting in your strength and your power and making decisions, because we've got a decision card here that is based on logic, it's based on circumstances around you, and it's informed choices, informed decisions that's playing out around you. So letting go of the fear of moving forward, the fear of trusting this beautiful inspiration or opportunities that's coming in around you. But you have very beautiful cards on the table for you, Virgo, for the week ahead. So enjoy your week, and I will see you again next week. Libra, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Now I'm going to be reading the tarot for you to bring you a beautiful message for the week ahead, but I'm also going to be checking the chart for you to let you know where the planets are currently sitting and how they may be affecting you for the week ahead. So Libra, let's take a look over here. Whoops, your cards are already starting to fall, so let's talk about your cards first. We've got the Fool in the reverse position. In the reverse position, it's saying don't jump into things so fast. Don't just blindly walk along the path and just without being informed. Now the Fool is a little bit inexperienced. He takes new choices, new opportunities, new adventures, things not done before. But when the Fool sits in the reverse position, it's saying that you maybe need to reconsider things that you're doing, or reconsider just jumping in without experience or without knowledge or without information or help in some way that comes from somebody that knows the situation a little bit better. But most of all, it's saying that you may be a little bit naive in situations that's going on around you. You've got the Ace of Wands in the upright position. Beautiful energy around you, Libra. This is divine inspiration. It's going with the flow, trust in the universe. It's a spiritual realm. It's the wands. We're talking about the wands here, and that indicates the spiritual realm. So we have some new energy coming in around the spiritual realm. Perhaps things you have not done before. You have not experienced before, maybe some new things coming in your spiritual gifts. Here we have the Emperor here sitting in the upright position, and we've had quite a lot of Emperors in the spreads over this week in the upright position. So here it's saying over this energy of this lunar eclipse that's taking place at the moment, we need to sit in our power. So moving over into the charts to have a look what's going on here, what's prominent this week and that we'll feel the energies for over the current week will be the lunar eclipse occurring in the sign of Pisces. Now it is sitting with in close conjunction to Neptune, and Neptune is the planet of dissolving, so it wants to dissolve any situation that's not working for you, but it's also the planet of trusting the universe here, going with the flow, just being more just going with whatever the universe is presenting for you. And I feel this is what fits most to your reading here, Libra. It's about that going with the flow kind of energy, because this is what the Fool is, maybe a situation you haven't been or done before, and it's saying you're being divinely inspired to move into this area. But you need to sit in your authority, you need to sit in your power, even though you may feel like you are not an authority on this situation or this topic because you don't have a great deal of experience in it. You are divinely inspired and you are divinely guided into this situation. So you need to sit comfortably in a position of authority and power, and feel confident that you should be recognized for this because the universe wants you in this position. So bringing it down to a very basic kind of thing here for you, Libra, we've got this beautiful divine inspiration, lots of beautiful spiritual energy coming in around you, things perhaps you could be looking at or into that you don't perhaps quite understand. But the universe is saying we want to help you understand. We want to help you become informed and become the professional opinion here. We want to help you sit in your power of complete knowledge and understanding and not feel quite so naive or where you don't quite have the knowledge. So it wants to help bring in that knowledge or that information for you. Getting back to the charts and having a look here, we've got the moon will be sitting across from the sun, which gives us a full moon, bringing things into a fruition, a point of fruition where we things we've worked hard on are coming to a fruition here on the moon cycle on its journey. So it will bring in then energies of, you know, where to for here. And what I'm seeing is that there is divine inspiration coming in, and that's coming in with this lunar eclipse energy that will be felt throughout this week, allowing you to dissolve anything that no longer works for you, but also to really go with the flow here and trust that the universe is guiding you to where you need to be. Now, the planet of Jupiter is sitting in Gemini, and for you, Libra, that will be your 9th house. So that could be expanding your ideas or your interests or needing to learn on philosophical pursuits. So things like religion or tarot, astrology, the unknown, the mystical, the metaphysical, those kind of things. It's like this urge to highlight this energy that's coming in here, expand on this energy. So this lunar eclipse that's occurring in Pisces is sitting in, is a squaring position, will be the energy of big expansive Jupiter, wanting to expand the situation in your life that you're going through to allow you to address it and see what's really going on here. Now, taking a look at the chart here, Libra, to see what's going on with you. Now, Libra, let me find you. Here you are. You've got the South Node still sitting there, but you've also got beautiful Venus sitting in your first house. If you are a Libra ascendant, it's your first house. That means it is here, and you're ruled by Venus, so it's your beautiful energy sitting in its home sign. So here it's really about focusing on how you look, your love of things, what you love, art and beauty and culture, tastes and food and sensuality. Here also harmony and balance is really important over this time, over this current week for you, and these things may be really highlighted here. Sitting over in opposition, of course, the energy of the that push and pull kind of energy, things that you're needing to work on that further helps you. Now, what I'm getting here is Chiron sitting over in reverse to you. It will be there for a while. Chiron works through issues from the past traumas, but it brings it into your current situation through Venus, which is trying to help you sort out some kind of balance or fairness in your current life. And that is also kind of helping you heal past situations here. So thank you so much for joining me, Libra. There's a little bit going on for you here. I might pull one more card for you, Libra, for the week ahead. Oh, there we go. I'll take the one that jumped, and it will be the recklessness, the Knight of Wands in reverse. So there could be a little bit of energy of being reckless over this current week. Maybe it's not you, maybe it's somebody around you, somebody you may feel may be a little bit reckless, and you may want to balance out those reckless energies a little bit over this current week. Thank you so much for joining me, Libra. I will see you again next week. Joining me, Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Now I'm going to be reading the chart for you to tell you what's going on with the planets in the sky over this current week. Also, and how they may be affecting you. I will also be pulling tarot for you to give you a personal message for the week ahead. Now straight away we have the Ten of Cups in the upright position, and that brings beautiful happiness. It's the card of happiness. It's the card of completion because it's a 10, but it's also about things that you've worked hard for in your life, relating to your family, your home, your people around you, your emotions, and how you're working on your emotions over your whole life to get them balanced. You can see the balancing going on with the cups here, how you're balancing the people around you and the emotions around you. It is a happiness card, so it is a good card for the week ahead for you, Scorpio. We've got the Chariot also in the upright position, and it's saying that the wheels are finally in motion. There may be a little bit of movement for you over this current week, Scorpio. So taking a look at the chart, what's playing out big in the week ahead will be the lunar eclipse. It's a partial lunar eclipse in Pisces. You'll feel this energy over the current week, and it's sitting in Pisces. So Pisces is a very flowing energy, about going with the flow. It's a water sign, could be heightening up the emotions a little bit here because it's also a moon is about emotions. Your water's emotions, and so is your Scorpio, your emotions. So it's trining your energy. Here we're talking about helpful energy. So this lunar eclipse that's coming in is helping you through your situation. It's helping you to move through current situations, particularly around relationships. It's helping you to find happiness in your life. Now the moon for you in Pisces, for you Scorpio, is your 5th house. So for you, if you're a Scorpio ascendant, that means that it's trying to help you find more pleasure, more joy, more fun in your life. It's helping you find creativity, so how things you create in your life, the life that you create. It's also creative energy, but I'm feeling most strongly that it's helping you trying to find happiness and joy in your current situation. Now, because it's trining your energies, what's going on here with the lunar eclipse this week, it's here to help you. This energy wants to help you find happiness and joy and get the wheels moving for you, Scorpio. It's sitting in conjunction to Neptune. Neptune is the great planet of the great dissolver. It wants to dissolve situations that are not working for you, but it also wants to help you have faith and trust in the universe and move through in a more flowing situation. Help these wheels to move without obstacles. Help them move and flow. Now let me have a look. I just had a little thought about Saturn for a quick moment. Saturn is still sitting in your sign, and it is still retrograding, of course, but it's on the chart that I'm looking at, it's just crossed houses, but it's still sitting in your sign. So that and when I talked about the obstacles, so you would have if you're trining energies is also Saturn. Saturn is the planet of obstacles and challenges in order to move you forward. So it's a sense of relief when you finally have a win, or when you finally achieve something or conquer something that was a little bit hard, or something you had to put effort into. It's a greater sense of self-satisfaction when you can move through that situation. And I'm feeling that energy around you, Scorpio, because I was very drawn to seek out and find where Saturn is in your chart to see what obstacles you may have been chasing or feeling. But it does feel to me to be that it is trining, because it is also a water sign, so it is there to help you. Whatever situation you're going through is there to help your situation and help you grow and help you on the path to happiness, or help you further build on the happiness that you already have. So let's keep moving through here, Scorpio. Your first house is quite quiet. There's nothing going on in your first house, Scorpio. So that brings a little bit of relief here. And then as I move over to you, Scorpio, we're looking over here. We've got Uranus. Uranus energy is sitting in, let's see, we've got Uranus sitting in Taurus, which is your opposition, sitting across for you in your 7th house if you are an ascendant Scorpio. This is your house of relationships. So you may be finding this within your relationships in your life. You could be trying to find sense of who you really are and not lose yourself within relationships, because Uranus wants you to be uniquely yourself. It wants you to be yourself, and here, because it's sitting across from you, if you're an ascendant, this means it's sitting in the relationship house, asking you to really make sure you're being yourself in relationships and not compromising yourself in any way. Now, I'm also getting here that it wants to help you to move and be free from situations that don't work for you anymore. It doesn't want you to feel trapped. It wants you to free you from your current situations where you feel trapped. That is for any sun, moon, and ascendant. Doesn't have to just be the ascendant Scorpios. So we have this energy of Jupiter in Gemini, and that is expanding the energies of Pisces because it is squaring that energy. So let me just see, Scorpio, where I'm reading here. This is now I'm coming back to the eclipse energy, the lunar eclipse energy, and what is playing out here. So it is trining you. The energy is good for you this week. It's to help your situation. But it does have the lunar eclipse energy is squared by Jupiter in Gemini, which could be bringing energies to be bigger, expanded, so you can see them for what they really are. But Jupiter can also mean planet of luck, expansion, growth, and opportunities. Let's pull another couple of cards for you as we go, Scorpio. And so that's what we're playing in opposition. Okay, let's pull these couple of cards. We've got the Fool saying it's time to take a leap to move forward. We've got the movement card with the Chariot, and then we're followed by the Fool card. We've got the Happiness card. We've got really good cards on the table for you. Now I'm hesitant to pull another card because we've got so many beautiful cards on the table for you, Scorpio. I didn't want to put a bad one in the mix, but the card that I do have is the Five of Swords in the reverse position, and that could bring up a little bit of reconciliation here. We could be reconciling with people around us, so people from the past, people that we've had indifferences with. There could be some kind of reconciliation going on. Beautiful cards on the table for you to move forward, and that hurdles will be released and you'll be able to go with the flow, and your path will feel a lot easier for the week ahead, Scorpio. But beautiful energy, and I will see you again next week. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs. I'm taking a look at the astrology chart for you and having a look at where the planets are at the moment and how they may be affecting you in the week ahead, Sagittarius. I'm also going to be pulling tarot cards for you so I can give you a personal message for the week ahead. Now, when I talk about houses, I'm talking about ascendant Sagittarius, but the general message here is for Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs. Now, taking a look at your tarot cards so far, we've got the Four of Cups in the reverse position. Here it's looking at the perspective here. Maybe you need to see your situation in a different perspective. So maybe things aren't quite as bad as they seem. Maybe you need to look at the perspective of the other person, because the King of Cups in the upright position says you may need to have a little bit of compassion here. So maybe you need to think about how other situations or things that you do affect other people. So you're needing to look at the perspective of other people and how other people are affected by either things going on around them. Maybe they don't handle things as well as what you do. Maybe they handle situations differently that you do, and you have to understand that and change your perspective just a little bit. It's not all black and white. Sometimes people experience things on different levels, and you need to understand that when you're changing your perspective here. Have a little bit more compassionate saying. Now, for some of you, it's saying that you are already mastering the skill of compassion. You're quite a compassionate person. Now, taking a look at the chart here, what's going on this whole week that you'll feel the energies of is a partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. Now, it is the sign of going with the flow with the Pisces, but it's sitting in conjunction to Neptune, the planet of it's the great dissolver. So it wants to dissolve situations that's no longer working, but it wants to also put you in harmony with the world and the universe. Trust the universe. Trust the plan here. Now we've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. Here we could be looking at, we've got a couple of kings on the table here for you. I've just noticed, Sagittarius. So there could be some power struggles going on around you, some dynamics around power, because we've got two kings sitting on the table. One's upright, one's reversed. So that could also indicate that they've got differing opinions. One has an upright position or a opinion, and one has a reverse opinion or position. So the King of Pentacles in the reverse position could be talking about a little bit of greed coming to play here. Now when we talk about perspective and how you look at things, how you look at the situation, maybe you're looking at somebody that to you on the surface looks greedy, or looks like they have got more than they need, or they're only in it for themselves. But maybe this is where the perspective is. Now because it's a group reading, it will be different for everybody, but the overall energies here of the cards is you changing your perspective, because that's what you can do. You can control how you see the situation. You can control the level of compassion that you have for other people, particularly if there's a little bit of greed going on around you. But you can also control maybe how you are seen to be. Maybe you're perceived to be greedy. I could never imagine that, Sagittarius, but the cards on the table are saying you can control your perspective, you can control your level of compassion, and there may be a little bit of greed going on around you. Somebody may seem a little bit greedy, but you need to change your perspective, because maybe it's just the way they are. Maybe it's not about greed at all, but maybe there's a bit of perspective here that needs to be looked at. But with this energy of the eclipse, it is in squaring the planet Jupiter, which is all about luck, expansion and growth, and it could be expanding the situation or the energy further in order for you to work out what you need to dissolve in your life here with this eclipse energy that's going on. Just having a look further for you, Sagittarius. Gemini, of course, is where the Jupiter is sitting. So that's sitting, if you're an ascendant Sagittarius, over there in your opposition house, which is your 7th house of relationships, we've got beautiful, big, abundant Jupiter. Could be bringing in opportunities around relationships for you, could be expanding love in your relationships, but could be expanding whatever's going on in your relationship. So good or bad, whatever energy is playing out within your relationship, particularly if you're an ascendant Sagittarius, it's saying this energy is expanded. It's being expanded to and allow you to see it for what it really is. Have a better perspective on the situation. So one more card for you, Sagittarius. As I take a quick look at what else is going on with the charts here, we would need to look at the Virgo and the Pisces line, because they are also your mutable signs. So they're also energies that will be squaring your energy. So here it is what's playing out with the lunar eclipse. This is why you are going to be really affected mostly by this energy, because it's happening in your line here in your cross, which is the mutable signs here, which is what you are, Sagittarius. Now you're also, I know that you're a fire sign, and those energies would be trining and taking a quick look to get a better positive aspect here of what's going out in the fire signs. We've got Chiron. Chiron working through past traumas or past situation is going to better help you. It's going to assist you. So when you work through traumas or work through situations that are come up from the past, that's going to help you in your situation. The other parts that's playing out here is a lunar eclipse. They are squaring your energy. So it is causing a little bit of hurdle energy, like bit of challenges for you to face, broadening them, making them bigger, just to help you see the situation for what it really is and to see who may be in it for the greed around you. But there is abundance around you. Knight of Pentacles indicates that there is money around you. So whether money coming in somewhere within the family, and you're seeing that certain people react to this money differently, have a different way of doing things, different way of seeing things, or you're seeing certain people for what they really are when it comes to how money is allocated or what money does to people. So there's, or money, even money struggles. There's something related to money and greed, and you being able to see the situation for what it really is. Thank you, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoy your week ahead, and I will see you again next week. From Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs to your Astrology Tarot reading for the week ahead. I'm going to be reading the chart for you to let you know where the planets are and how they may affect you this week. I'm also going to be pulling tarot cards for you to give you a personal reading for the week ahead. Now, when I talk about houses, I am talking about the ascendant signs. But this reading in general is for ascendant, sun and moon signs for Capricorn. Now what we've got straight away is we've got the Judgment in reverse. Could be bringing a little bit of doubt into your life. You could be doubting yourself. You could be doubting your choices or doubting the situation. We've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse position. This could indicate a little bit of moodiness or mood swings going on here. It is in the reverse position, so there's a little bit of a halt on certain things. Maybe your emotions are not allowing you to move forward here with this situation, Capricorn. Your emotions may be stopping you. You may be doubting something. You could be confidence doubting, and that again could be preventing you from moving forward because you're lacking in confidence in some way. Doubting a situation, doubting your heart, doubting your emotions here. Now what's playing out big this week is the lunar eclipse. It's a partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. It is sitting in close conjunction to the planet Neptune. Neptune wants to dissolve things that are not working. It wants to help us and highlight situations that are not working for us, but it also wants us to have a little bit more confidence, to trust in the universe and to go with the flow here. We have got the Seven of Wands in the reverse position. So certain situations around you, Capricorn, could be getting a little bit overwhelming. Perhaps there's a little bit of extreme emotions, either yourself or somebody around you. It's like up and down with their moods, and this could be getting a little bit emotional or a little bit overwhelming for you or for those around you. But it could also be that the situation that's going on around you is quite an emotional situation or overwhelming situation, and that is causing people to handle things in different ways. It could be making your moods go up and down, or you could be affected by the moods of the people around you. Now with this lunar eclipse energy, it's a fruition energy. We've got the sun and the moon in opposition. We've got that full moon energy of things coming to fruition. From there, you need to work on, as the moon goes through its cycle, it's a kind of a moving through into what we need to work on in the future as we come into the new moon. But for now, we're in that fruition and we're looking at what we need to dissolve on, as we can see with the light of the sun, what needs to be dissolved in our life, what is no longer working for us here. The Jupiter in Gemini energy we've got for you, Capricorn. So let's have a look at Gemini. We've got Jupiter sitting there, and that will be your 6th house. This can highlight things around health here, can be highlighted around health, expanding situations around health for you, so you can see them for what they are. I've got to say though that Jupiter is the planet of luck, expansion and growth. Gemini is all about communication, and for you that could be communicating yourself, speaking up for yourself, expanding your voice, expanding your knowledge or information here, particularly around health, because it is your 6th house here, Capricorn. When I talk houses, I'm talking about the ascendant Capricorn. Now it is also 6th house, could also be your service to others if you're in the service industry or if you're caring for somebody around you. Now let me see where I'm up to with you, Capricorn. Capricorn, we've got Pluto retrograded back into your sign, and you felt the relief of Pluto as it finally moved from your sign and into Aquarius, but it's currently in retrograde and has moved back 29 degrees back into your sign, just to clean up any last parts of your life that you didn't work through. So it could, now what Pluto does, it brings in, it wants to make changes and transformation. So it shakes things up a little bit. It shakes situations up around you, just so you can really make sure you've made the right decisions around situations. And here's where the doubt comes in. You could be doubting the decisions that you've made or the situations that you're in, because I'm feeling there's a little bit of up and down energy that's going on. You'll probably get that relief back once Pluto moves back out of your sign and back into Aquarius. But coming across into Cancer, for you to have a look in your opposition house, your 7th house, we have got the planet Mars. Mars is quite impulsive. It's energy of drive, motivation, a little bit maybe selfish energy here could be playing out in your opposition relationship house, but it could also be, it can be pleasure intensified here. It can be impulsiveness or energy, creative energy going on in your opposition house, your 7th house. So for just Capricorn, sun and moons, it is saying that over there in the opposite energy to you is the energy of impulsiveness, drive, motivation, passion, pleasure could be sitting over there. One more card for you, Capricorn. Let's hope for a good card for you. We've got a bit of energy that is quite intense around you. So I'm going to look at these ones here. Of course, I asked for a good one, and we have got the sun. The sun in the upright position wants to bring joy for you. Now, the sun is currently sitting in Virgo, and that energy of Virgo is it's a grounding earth sign, just like you, so it's a trining energy. It's there to help you. So while the sun is sitting in Virgo, for the next few days that it will be in Virgo, over this current week actually, that it will be still in Virgo, enjoy that beautiful energy, make the most of it, use it, ground yourself, find vitality in some way, focus on vitality, focus on things that fulfill you in your life, that make you feel like you're doing your mission or feel good about your life. They're the things you're needing to focus on, because it's saying what's here to help you this week is the sun, the joy. We need to find the joy in life. We need to find the vitality in life. That's what's going to help you over this current week with this energy, the trining energies of sun while it is still in Virgo over this current week. Thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn. I will see you again next week. Joining me, Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Now I am going to read the chart for you to let you know what the planets are doing at the moment, and how they may be affecting you, while I pull cards for you for a personal message. Now, when I talk about the houses, I am talking about the Ascendant Aquarius signs. Now, we've already pulled the anxiety card, which is the 9 of Swords, and we've pulled the 2 of Wands. Now, what I'm picking up here for you, Aquarius, that if you're not organized, then you're going to feel the anxiety. You're going to feel it as anxiety, worry, and stress. So what is most important this week is making sure you plan. Seems to be there's a lot going on, so making sure you're well planned, well organized is going to help you avoid any anxiety or stress this week. Be prepared is the motto here for you, Aquarius. Now let's have a look at what's playing out in the sky. We have got the Aquarius. Let's have a look. So we've got the lunar eclipse playing out this week. Energy is going to be felt from the partial lunar eclipse for the entire week this week, and particularly 17th and 18th is where we're going to feel it the most. Now we're sitting in tight conjunction to Neptune energy here, and that wants to dissolve any situations that are not working for us, any situations where we feel dissatisfied, because we've got the 9 of Cups in the reverse position. So that's how we're going to make the most of this lunar eclipse energy over this current week. We're going to allow that beautiful Neptune that's in conjunction to this energy to dissolve things. It wants to come in and dissolve the situation, and however that happens in our life on a physical sense, we need to understand that it's happening for our highest good, because the Neptune's all about trusting the universe, going with the flow, and having faith that the universe is doing what's right for us. So situations where we're feeling dissatisfied, we need to allow these things to be dissolved, or allow things to come to natural ends here. Now, taking a look over here, we've got also squaring that energy is which trines your energy is Jupiter in Gemini. Will bring in luck, expansion and growth. It wants to expand situation, expand it so that you can see where there's perhaps a little bit of dissatisfaction, so you know what you need to let go of, you know what you need to surrender here. Now this Jupiter energy that's sitting in Gemini is trining your energy, because you're both air signs. It's the planet of luck, expansion and growth. So we're going to have a look at the Jupiter that's expanding this energy of the lunar eclipse in order for you to dissolve the situation. Now, this Jupiter energy that's sitting in Gemini at the moment, for you Aquarius, is your 5th house. It wants to expand your fun and pleasure, so you don't feel quite so dissatisfied. You need to find joy. You need to find what lights you up, where you find pleasure, where you find joy. You need to have a little bit more fun in life. These are what you need to focus on. And I'm bringing this in because it is trining your energy here, this Jupiter in Gemini, because it is bringing, it's here to help you. It wants to help you. So it wants to help find bigger joy in your life here. Bit more fun for you. So here I'm also looking over, there's nothing going on in your opposition house, your 7th house. It's a little bit quiet at the moment. Wearing signs here I'm seeing is Taurus. Taurus has Uranus sitting there, and Uranus wants to help you, free you from any situation where you don't feel dissatisfied. So that's what's playing out in your chart with the energies of the planets. It's just Uranus is a beautiful planet. It is your ruling planet, Aquarius. It's right up your energy here. It wants to be unique. It wants you to be rebellious. It wants you to be inventive. It wants you to be uniquely who you are without worrying what anyone else thinks. But most of all, it wants to free you from the burdens of conformity. So here it wants you to be free. It doesn't want you to be dissatisfied with any part of your life. It wants to shake things up and allow you to transform them to be uniquely who you are. So it's highlighting situations because it's sitting in we've got that we've got that Jupiter sitting in Gemini is really shining a light and heightening where the level of dissatisfaction is occurring, in order for you to free yourself from that, because that's your trining energy. It wants to show you and it could also be bringing in beautiful opportunities for you as well, because Jupiter brings in opportunities, it brings in luck as well, and this is going to allow you to not feel so dissatisfied. Now we've got this anxiety and planning. Let's pull one more card for you, Aquarius, because it looks like you've got a bit of a full-on week ahead. And I know that we have a few Aquarius signs out there. Beautiful. I wanted to finish this with a positive, and we've got the beautiful Queen of Wands in the upright position. She's all about optimism, and she's all about looking at the situation as the glass is half full. So how can you make the most of your opportunities? What can you learn from this? How can these things that's going on around you help you and assist you? It's about thinking about the good things in life, thinking about the things that bring you joy and pleasure, the things in your life that are fun to you, finding fun, being optimistic. It's that beautiful energy that's coming in for the week ahead. So most important, to avoid any stress for you, is about being well prepared, being well organized. That's what's going to help you get through the situation without any stress. But here we've got that beautiful optimistic energy that's coming in to allow you to focus on that instead of focusing on situations that may be a little bit dissatisfying at the moment. Thank you so much for joining me, Aquarius. I will see you again next week. Welcome, Pisces, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. I'm going to be pulling tarot cards for you today to give you a personalized message for the week ahead. But I'm also going to be checking out the chart for you to tell you where the planets are and how they may be affecting you this week. We have got the Death card in reverse. Now this is about resistance to change. So it could be that you're resisting whatever's going on around you, the changes that you do need to make. You need to move forward without fear of change. Move forward because they are for you. The situation is for the best. Here we've got the King of Swords in the reverse position. And here it's all, the King of Swords can be either abusive with power, but as written on the card, but it can also be the energy of he's normally, if he's in the upright position, he's very diplomatic in the way he says things. He puts thought into things. He says things that are well thought out, well planned, strategic in the way he thinks and the way he speaks. But when he's sitting in the reverse, he's just lets all that go. It's like there's no thought in anything, any action that goes forward. Things are done without thought. The actions taken without any idea of consequences for actions. So no consideration given for consequences of actions. So here we're looking at resistance going on forward for you around someone's resisting abuse of power. Perhaps somebody is maybe abusing power and somebody else is trying to resist that energy. There's a bit of a tug-of-war energy going on here. So it's saying that changes perhaps it could be coming, but somebody is you just have to be aware that when you're making changes that they're done with careful thought and careful consideration, because when the king is not sitting in that powerful essence of who he is, being the strategist and the careful thinker, careful speaker, then when he's not sitting in that energy, things are not done correctly because he's not sitting in his true essence or his true power here. So here it's like maybe decisions are made in haste, or they're made in without giving it full comprehension of what is the repercussions to the actions here. So maybe there is a little bit of resistance because you're needing to know why. It's like this question of why is this happening? You know, why do I have to do it this way? You know, why do I have to move forward at all? Why do I have to make any changes at all, is what I'm kind of feeling there with that energy. Now, overindulgent energy with the Three of Cups in reverse is saying just be aware of either over celebrating or overindulging here, or indulging because you just want to form part of escapism energy, which brings me back to the cards. Pisces, there's a lot going on in your house this week. So Pisces, we've got a lunar eclipse, a partial lunar eclipse in your house. So this is big energy playing out that you're going to feel all week. So it could be that there's that I'm feeling that escapism energy. When I say the overindulgence, could be that kind of escapism energy that's going on. But Neptune is still sitting there in close conjunction to the moon. The moon is all about your emotions, so it's bringing in an emotional attachment to this energy. It could be affecting your emotions greatly. Whatever's going on around you could feel more intensified on an emotional level. Neptune wants to dissolve anything that's not working for you, but I feel there is a little bit of resistance. You're not getting through things as easy as what you would have thought. Neptune is having issues dissolving the situations. So dissolves means change. So it wants to change things to make them better for you, but it's having a little bit of resistance. Either you're resisting or there's a bit of resistance in the path here moving forward. Now, this is your energy. What I'm talking about for all of the signs this week is a lunar eclipse, and how we have got squaring energies being Jupiter. Jupiter is in Gemini, and for you Pisces, that is your 4th house, so that's your family. So you could be, some of these dynamics could be playing out in your family or home. Could be even moving here on the cards for you Pisces if you're an ascendant. That could be playing out around this energy as well. Now there's news coming. We've got the Page of Wands who's saying that there's news coming on this situation. You may discover new things about whatever's going on here. It could be that you're celebrating, but you may over celebrate and overindulge for some of you. You may finally release yourself from abusive powers, or release yourself from situations that have been quite had a strong hold over you. So and it could be as simple as perhaps your job that you've been at, it's a strong hold over your energy because you've had to do it, and maybe when you finally release and let go of that situation, that's when you've got this energy of celebration or overindulging over the situation. That is not for everybody. I'm just trying to find the lightest way of portraying what this energy is, because we've got a lot of energy for you Pisces. We have got we've got in opposition to you over there in your 7th house is the Sun, and that's about understanding how other people and relationships affect your vitality, affect who you really are, and affect you being able to perform your role or do your mission in this life affected by other people. So it's shining a light on how other people affect your vitality or affect your self-fulfillment, how you feel fulfilled in this life. And I'm saying it in that way because of all of these cards that's already on the table for you here, Pisces. It's quite intense energy. I'm going to see if I can pull a more positive card for you. Now, trining your energy over there, so not trining, it is squaring your energy over there in Gemini, is Jupiter, and Jupiter is a planet of luck, expansion and growth. It does want to expand any situation that's going on so that you can work through it, but it is the planet of luck, expansion and growth. Now, I'm going to look at trining situations for you Pisces, just because it seems a little intense here. The energy seems to be there's a lot going on. Okay, so what is helping you in your situation? We have got to help you in trining energy. Currently we have Mars. Mars energy is impulsive energy. What's here to help you is the energetic drive. You may feel a bit more energy coming in. You may feel spurred, like a energy of, I've got to do something about this. Okay, I'm motivated now to do something about this situation and get things done. That's what's here to help you in the charts, in the planet, is that Mars energy. Mars wants to come in and say, okay, I'm going to face my fears. I'm going to, it's a competitive energy. It's a confrontational energy. It's an energy, it can be impulse, desire, drive, pleasure, energy kind of here, pleasure and like seeking pleasure here and fulfillment in that way. So that's what's here to help you. It's giving you that burst of energy, and we're getting a burst of energy coming in from the Page of Wands. That's energy of fire as well. And I know you're water, but here the Wands is energy. It brings in burst of creative, divinely inspired energy coming in from the universe to help you through your situation. But what's helping you through your situation here is your Mars energy. Mars wants to propel you forward. It wants to give you that push, that drive, that motivation to sort out anything that's not working for you in your current situation. Thank you so much for joining me, Pisces. I will see you again next week.